Good morning. Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Ian.
I'm Lauren.
This is the bar class where we, with slippers on our feet, bars on our wall, or a chair by your side, work on ballet-inspired movements for mobility, strength, and some expression of some gentle movements here. Laura will take it over with that foot warm-up. I'll grab myself at the bar. So graceful.
I better
Lauren.
practice those spins.
So graceful or so dizzy. Take it away.
In parallel, we'll start with our nice foot warm-up. Gently pulling your foot off the floor. The knee will go forward. You'll come to that demi-point position. Right now, grow tall on that inside leg, extending that hip, and let's push some weight straight down into that demi-point. Then use your toes to get to the point. Gently flex around over the toes. Then get back to the point. The demi, the heel comes down, the hip extends. Repeat on the other side. Feel that pull off the floor, engaging that high hamstring. Next, press that standing leg hip forward and push weight down into that demi point. Then point the toes, roll over the toes, roll back. Heel comes down, hip extends. Let's press the knees towards over the toes. And then drive out of that, extending the hips and pressing to find a balance. And then controlling the down. Next, we'll do our knees over our toes. We'll stay the same height and roll up on a bent leg balance. Maybe no hands. Heels come down, hips extend. 2 more. We go up first. Knees bend, heels connect. Press to tall. And last one, knees, roll up, press to tall, and control the down. Give it a little shake. Let's take a second and do a forward fold and then come back to that foot warm up. Slowly tucking your chin towards your chest and rolling yourself forward. Take your time here. Try not to send your hips back, but instead fold over top of them. Rolling yourself down into that first forward fold of the day. Hang out, breathe, gently bend one knee, straighten the other. And then engaging the core, stacking yourself up all the way back on top to tall, tall. Come back to your bar. This time from parallel, turn out to that first position. Same idea. Feel that inseam forward as you peel to that demi point. Then use your toes to point. Gently flex, rounding over the toes. Get back to the point, the demi. The heel comes down, the knee straightens, the hip squeeze. Repeat on that other side. Demi point, point. Flex round over. Get back to the point, the demi, the heel comes down. Next, we'll bend our knees towards over toes or plie, shoulders staying over top of hips, and press to tall. Repeat that. As we do that, are your hips tucked under or slightly extended? And then drive to tall. Out of that tall position, find a balance here in first. Can you let go? No hands. Look around the room. Come back to center, keep the knees straight, and slowly descend. Next, the knee will go over the toes. We'll press and find that bent leg balance, holding for a second. Then the heels will reconnect and go to tall. 2 more here, up first. Knees bend, heels connect, press to tall. And last one, plie. Find that bent leg balance. Push out of it with nice straight legs, slowly come down. Bring your feet back to that parallel position. Let's find another way to fold forward. This time our telescope. With a nice long spine, we'll extend that heart chest forward and then end up rolling and rounding. Let's walk ourselves out here to our first high plank position. Hands grip the floor, feet go back, hips tuck under, cheeks squeeze, core brace, pulling the floor together underneath you and breathing and holding and breathing. I couldn't move you if I tried. For 4, 3, 2, tailbone tips to the ceiling. Lift the hips, slowly walk those hands back to the feet and stack yourself up to tall. One more foot warm up for me. Let's get back to that first position, squeezing. Point a leg out to the side, getting to that demi-point position. Weight is still tall in that inside leg. Next, use your toes. Point the foot, ball of foot. Point the foot, ball of foot. Point the foot, ball of foot. You know what's coming next, point. And point is that knee nice and straight. The hips are level. The inseam is facing forward. I've lost count. Let's do 2 more reps here. Full point, and then ball of foot, heel comes down. Pull yourself over, transfer weight to the other side. Hips forward, knees straight, level, point, demi, point, demi. Is that point coming from the bottom of your foot, calf, soleus working, versus that hip hike? Making sure the hips stay level, keeping compressed in for lost count again, 2, 1. Toe ball, heel to center. Next, we'll plie in second. Pull yourself down, pressing to tall. Repeat, pull yourself down, pressing to tall, and growing up, and holding, and then a slow down. Knees go back over the toes. Let's peel those heels up and just stay here. Maybe find that balance. Good, heels reconnect, press to tall. We'll go up, we'll bend the knees. Our heels will connect and press. And last one, knees bend, peel heels, press to tall, hold. Extend those hips, inseams forward, heels forward, knees stay straight, descend. Transfer weight, point close. Close to parallel, and turn your attention to, dun, 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 dun.
Hello. Lauren had us point those toes, and we'll do that in our first set of tendus. When channeling our inner Twyla Tharp, we'll also explore that dorsiflex position in conjunction with our tendu. The hand could be at the side, the feet are in that first position. First, a flat foot. How far could it reach? Then, check out that demi point and finish with the toes. From there, dorsiflex on the ankle, meaning pulling the foot to the shin. Return to the point shape and extend the hip, returning the feet to the first position. Working on quad, same thing to the side. A flat foot, how far will it go? Then the demi point next. Finish with the toe point. Take the toes off the floor, dorsiflexing on the ankle, pointing and pulling back in to first. Repeat out the back, a flat foot. Where will it go? The demi point next, stiffen those knees, point to the back, dorsiflex as well, continue to point and pull through to that first position. To the side one more, a flat foot, the demi, and finish with the toe point. And then we'll do our dorsiflex point, then plant and pull together. Balances from here, knee side, coup de pied position, or that toe tip of the elevated leg resting on that inner ankle bone. Hold. Arms in that first position, light grip on the bar, and return to your tall stand. Stability on that one leg, mobility on the other, and with a hop, skip, and a jump, we'll repeat the same efforts en croix on the other side. Stiffen those knees, and a flat foot first. How far can it go? Demi points next. Toe point, popping those elastics off the shoes, and then our dorsiflex action, point the toe and pull back to our first position. To the side, a flat foot, then that demi point rise, finish with the toes. Then again, dorsiflex, pulling the foot to the shin, plantar flex, toe tips touch the floor, and pull back into that first position. To the back with a flat foot and a straight leg. Then that demi point, straight leg as well, toe point. There's not a ton of room here, but do that dorsiflex action as well. Point the foot and pull back through to first. Last time to the side with a flat foot, a demi point. Finish with the toe point, and then check, dorsa, check, plantar, pulling in together, and then pulling up that leg to that first balance today. The knee is side, the hips are forward, tall, squeezing on that standing leg. Return to that tall position and reset. We'll switch sides again, so that's a switch, a tendu for you. Repeating, tendus to the front, plie, and repeating en croix. Tendu front, pull to first, plie, and stretch. Tendu side, pull to first, our plie, and stretch. Tendu back, tendu first, plie, and stretch. and side to first, the plie, and stretch. Today, I'm staying on those flat feet in my balances. Feel free to explore your elevated feet like Lauren. The same things as the knees side, the hips forward, hold for time, and return to your tall first position. A little shake, a little wiggle, and repeating that effort on the other side as well. Tendu front plie, repeating en croix. Tendu to the front. Pull to first, our plie, and stretch. Tendu side, pull to first, the plie, and stretch. To the back, to first, a plie, and stretch, and side, and first, a plie, and stretch. Continue to find your balances. Flat feet for me today. Knee side, hips forward. Breathe, wearing that rib cage over the hips. Grip down to lift up. Then return to that first position. Shakes and wiggles can feel good too. And from here, it's that core on the floor with Lauren.
We'll get back to that forward fold. So that light chin tuck, roll ourselves forward. Again, you're going up and over your hips. Take your time as you come on down, hang out, and then let's walk ourselves out into that plank position. Planks today with some add-ons. Tuck your hips, squeeze your cheeks, pull your right hand to your right hip without moving. Then pull your left hand to your left hip without moving. Then pull your right to your right and your left to your left at the same time. Are your cheeks still squeezed and are you still breathing? For 3, 2, let's tilt the tailbone, lift the hips, and pause in this A-frame position. As we're here, we have that nice long spine, the anterior pelvic tilt, the heels trying to press towards the floor. We'll pull ourselves back through to that high plank, and this time, pull your right hand to your left hip, and your left hand to your right hip, and your right to left and left to right, and hold for 3, 2, tip the tailbone, lift the hips, slowly walk your hands towards your feet. Take your time, and then stack yourself up all the way to tall.
To tall. Tips of the toes, core in the middle, and that port de bras shoulders to just give those legs a little bit of a rest. Pull your hands to that first position, and we'll do our shrugs first. Shrug up, but then pull down. Round the shoulders forward, and then retract. With the hands out front, repeat that same effort. Round the shoulders forward, retract back, shrug up, and pull down. Then with the hands out to the side, same effort. Round forward, retract, shrug up, pull down, and return the arms down low. As you progress through that port de bras, continue to wear your shoulder blades together retracted and slightly down, avoiding the shrugging shapes. Returning to the bar, slightly more ballistic now as you work on that dégagé. Dégagé is that tendu exercise, but off the floor. Then repeat the dorsiflex, the plantar flex, and return underneath. To the side, dorsa, plantar, under. To the back, pull a foot to shin, point, and pull. And then to the side with our point and return. Repeating one more time to the front and plantar and point and under and side and dorsa. I said that wrong, and point and under and back and pull the foot to shin and point and under, and last time to the side, pull, point, and under. Continuing the balances, start low, climb the leg if you can. The hips are level, the hips are extended forward, the knee is side, and the ribs again are being worn over top of those hips. Return the legs to that first position, slide, or just turn yourself around and repeat the same effort, dégagé, with that extra foot flex from the front, and flex, and point, and first, and side, and flex, and point, to first, to the back, and flex, and point, and first, and side, and flex, and point, repeat, front, flex, point, first, side, flex, point, and first, back, flex, point, first, last time to the side, flex, point, and pull. Then pulling that ankle, stay low, climb if you can. The knee is side, the toe tip is facing down, and those hips extend forward. With the hands on or off of that bar, hold for an additional second, and return to that tall first position. At our shake, we'll return to the bar with me in a second, but again, to the floor.
To the floor, let's revisit that telescope to get down there. So with that long spine, we'll reach forward like we're taking our bow, and then slowly rounding over top of the hips. Again, walking yourself out to that plank position and holding. We're going to get to 3 points of contact here. So right now, tuck the hips, squeeze the cheeks, pull the floor together underneath you. Next, either from the knees or the toes, could you flick, pointing a foot away. Keep your hips square for 3, 2, switch legs, flick, square up, hold, 3, 2, repeat. One more time each side, holding, reaching long out from switching. I lied when I said 2 more. 2 more now. Hold, 3, 2, last one, 3, 2, then tipping the tailbone to the ceiling. Let's walk our feet to our hands. Get them as close as you can, and then slowly stack yourself all the way back up. Use those muscles to get up tall. Take a breath once you're there, and then
Shoulder time.
pull to brawl.
First position legs, or accommodate in a second position stance. Arms stay low, just for 1 repetition here, shrug, but then pull down. Protract, rounding forward, and then retract. From there, let's explore that gateway of the arms of reaching forward, and then out to the side, and then down. Then forward again. Trace with the eyes if you can, out to the side, and then down to center. Then we'll reach out to the side first this time, and then arrive in the front. Little chin tuck down, and last repetition here, out to the side, return to the front, and reset the arms down low, and maybe a tendu, and close. We work on our attitudes often, and for today, we'll go a little slowly, but hopefully it amplifies that tension, and it might change our attitude about the importance of such a movement here. Working from first, let's pull up to the coup de pied position. Keep the knee in the stable position. Now, externally rotate at the hip, bringing the foot towards the bar or the balance aid at your side. Hold for a second or 2. Now keep the knee in the same position and internally rotate on that hip. The foot goes away, the hip rolls in, and repeat 1 more time of externally rotating, challenging that attitude in that front position, and then the internal rotation. Get a little bit of a cramp here. Return to the external rotation and return to the knee side. Hold a balance on that flat foot or that demi-point rise, and with control, return to your tall first position. Great balance.
Well, I'm just taking an extra second.
Take that extra second. Please do. Then we'll stay here. From that first position this time, draw up the leg to the back. So we're on a standing leg, the foot is connected to the back. From there, we'll internally rotate on that hip, exploring that attitude position in the back. Then return the knee to the side and the foot underneath. Repeating for 2 more, it's that internal rotation on the hip where we have that nice attitudes position in the back, and then return the foot underneath. For the final time, challenge that attitude derrière or to the rear, and then the knee returns to the side and finish tall in that first position. Add that shake and wiggle, and now Lauren will switch sides. Feet in the first position with a light grip on the bar. Pull up to the ankle balance. Then the knee stays generally fixed in place, and we're trying to touch your balance aid at the side with the foot. Then the knee to stay in the same position and internally rotate on that hip. Be polite, but hopefully cramping up the lateral aspect of that leg. Then repeating twice more, it's that attitude in front with our external rotation in the hip. Then internally rotate, Did you hike a hip? Aim to keep those hips beautifully level. One more time, foot towards that balance aid at the side, then that internal rotation on the hip. One last time, return the external rotation, pull the foot under, stay here on the flat foot, or challenge yourself in your balance. The knee is side, the toes are drilling down, and maybe you're shooting energy up away from the floor. Return to the first position, perhaps a little shake and a reset, and repeating that action to the rear. Pull up, the knee side, the toe tip down. Then internally rotate on the hip, reaching that attitude position to the back. Then return the knee side and the foot underneath the hip. Repeating twice more. Gently, of course, roll in on that hip, cramping up those lateral bum cheeks, and then pull the knee side, foot under. Final repetition. Turn in on the hip. Whew. Embrace the cramp. Then pull back to first, resetting. Maybe balancing. Add on if you want. We'll take an extra second, and then it will be core on the floor with
All right.
Lauren.
We're changing it up. Last time we lifted a foot. This time we will be removing a hand from the floor. It's much harder, so let's try it. Chin tuck, roll yourself forward over top of the hips, and we'll walk ourselves out. In this plank, I suggest having your feet just slightly wider than your shoulders. Not really wide, that's cheating. Just a little bit wider than a normal plank. Next, if you're used to our kettlebell swings, it would be that width. Next, tuck your hip under, squeeze your butt cheeks. Slowly, you'll have to transfer a little bit of weight so your shoulder stacks over top of your wrist. And can you leave one of your hands off the floor, keeping your hips square and your shoulders? Place that hand back down. Try the other side. Square up the shoulders and the hips. Hold. One more time each side. You have a bowl of water on your back. It might be rippling because you're quivering so much, but it's not sloshing or spilling. Last switch. Keeping square to the floor. Holding. Hands come back down. Tailbone tips. Hips lift. Let's walk those feet in one more time to work on that flexibility. And then slowly stack yourself up to tall. Nice.
Returning to that port de bras. Let's stand in our first position, out to that second, and then rond towards your fourth. You don't have to overcross, but maybe you're kind of hiding your feet behind you. From here, arms low, and repeating that port de bras from before. The shoulders stay low, arms forward. Then out to the side and return low. Then go out to the side this time, and then return to the front, and then down, back low. Repeat one more time, going to the front, and then open to the side, and return those hands down, and then out to the side, to the front, return the hands, and have the feet arrive. I meant to switch my feet there halfway through.
Well,
we'll get that the next time.
Remember which foot you had forward.
That was my right foot forward, so we'll switch out with my left in a second. And again, I have to remember that, so hopefully I do. From our first position, sets of our fondue. It's a single leg plie with a leg out front, and then extend those hips back through to tall. Reaching that leg out to the side, same effort, extend tall. The one leg in this case, Lauren's right, my left, never bends, but a nice gentle bend on the inside leg and pull back to tall. Repeating just once more today, let's pull up to that coup de pied or the retire position at the knee. Stay low if you need, and fondue front and pull knee side. Repeating to the side, great height there, Lauren, knee side, and then to the back. Knee side, and one final effort, side to tall stand. Then let's revisit that attitude position in the front if we can. Climb and or externally rotate in that hip as to pull that foot towards your midline and the hip line. Ooh, fun balance if you want. And then return the knee side and press down to your first position. Repeating on the other side now, we have the gesturing leg, the straight leg, and then that stable leg, the one that will bend. Fondue to the front. Extend the hips through. Fondue side Press the hips through yet again. Reach out the back, stay tall, and arrive together, out to the side, and assemble. Now to that ankle, or slightly higher at the knee, our fondue to the front, pull the knee side, hips through. Side. Find the back of the standing leg now, and reach to the rear, pull the knee side, and last time, to the side. Then stay low and work on that attitude here, or climb just a little bit. Keep your toe points. Find your balance, Lauren, looking great. And hold for a second or two longer. And then knee side and press down to our first position. And our shake. Lauren has one more core exercise on the floor, and we'll finish 2 more nice gentle stretches at the bar. Can't wait. What's up?
No-handed plank.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Balance in your nose. Just kidding.
Sounds reckless.
Let's extend forward and slowly make out our way to that plank position. We're going to do a little around the world here. So with your toes tucked, your hips tucked, your abs braced, let's start by pointing a foot. One foot leaves the floor. Think about reaching to that back wall. Keep the hips square. Place that foot down. Other foot flicks. Square up. Reach. That foot goes down. Next, a hand leaves the floor. Hold. 3, 2, place it down. Other hand leaves the floor. 3, 2, place it down. One more time around the clock. A foot. Hold. 3, 2, another foot. Hold. 3, 2, both feet down. A hand. 3, 2, place down. A hand. Stay square. Place down. Tip the hips. Lift up. Walk those feet or your hands to your feet, feet to hands, whatever you choose, and slowly stack yourself up. One last time, using the muscles to get to tall.
One more port bras to keep things even, to keep my mind fresh. I'll tendu to the side and ron. So I'm in my 4th position on the other leg now. With those arms down first, let's go arms towards front, then arms towards overhead this time, and then reach out to the side and arrive back down low. Then reach out to the side. Trace with the eyes if you can. The armpits stay low. Palms face your body and return. Then back up in the front. Stay low with those armpits. Reach away through the shoulders and pull back down to your first position. And then lastly, out to the side. Armpits stay low. Find the stability of the blade to express that mobility of the shoulder. And then a tendu front and return to our first position. A rond de jambe inspired leg circle, followed by our rib roll from Lauren. Last move for me on straight legs here. Single leg to the front. That external rotation reaching out to the side. Keep your turnout as you take that leg to the back. Pull all the way through first and repeat once more. Turn out to the side. Keep the turnout with the hips pressing forward and return that leg all the way to the front. Then return into the back with straight legs to the back. Open up like a lock and a key or key and a lock and return to the front. The legs stay straight throughout and last time to the back. Open up in the turnout. Leg side, leg front, and pull back underneath. Repeating that effort for 2 repetitions in each direction here. Same effort, stiff legs throughout, maintaining that turnout always. Point, open up, inseams face forward as they can as we reach to the back, and then through first to the front. Repeating 2, open to the side, keep the turnout, and through first to front. Then it's through the gateway, reaching to the back, and like a key in a lock to the side and front. And final repetition for me, out to the back, open to the side, to the front, and return to your strong first position. That's it for those hips. Let's finish out with one beautiful rib roll. Lauren, take it away.
From your first position next to your bar, let's have the arm lightly in front or across your chest. Chin tucks, ribs towards hips, flexing forward. Next, we'll rotate our upper body towards the bar, hips stay forward. Side bend to the back corner. Your arm will reach up if you'd like it to, around over a shelf out the back, reaching to the other corner of the room, and then rolling yourself to the front. Pull yourself up on tall and let's reverse the direction. Chin tucks down, rib roll forward. Rotate away from the bar. Side bend to a corner. Reach the arm as you come up and over. You're keeping that shoulder blade low. Reach to the new corner. Flex over. Roll to the front and up to tall. Nice. We'll do that same thing from the other side. As you do this, you're thinking about the movement coming from your rib cage versus coming from your head neck. So I like to keep that chin tuck slightly the whole time. Here we go. Chin tuck, rib forward. Rotate to the bar. Side bend. Up and over. You're in a back corner. Then you'll extend out the back. Rotate to the new corner. Side bend. Roll, flex forward. Grow up tall. Repeat in the other direction. Ribs forward. Rotate away. Side bend, reach. Up and over to that new corner. And then roll. Oh, it feels so good. I can't even talk. Flex to the front and grow up tall. Oh, yeah.
We do hope this practice feels good. We hope it's challenging for the mind, rewarding for those muscles. And as always, you feel great when we finish. I know I do.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us on our bar practice. Tomorrow morning, stay tuned for some more bodyweight activities as we flip sides to the room and do our Restore and Recharge class at 9:30 a.m.
You got it.
Eastern.
We're live here 4 days a week and in the archive always. So to our patrons, to our members online, and those YouTubers at large, thank you for being here. Please remember to subscribe and like this video. Share with anyone who you think may benefit from our simple and strong approach to your workouts and wellness. I'm Ian.
I'm still Lauren.
Together, we'll stay strong. Let's train soon. Have a wonderful day. And as always, take care. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.